I am never going to do a marathon. I've done half marathons, you know, like why would you want to do a marathon? I am not going to do a marathon. That's crazy. I'd rather do an ultra marathon than a marathon. Hi, my name is Aaron, and today is the day I decided to do a full marathon using the ketogenic diet. Let's get started. Okay, so for some of you who don't know what a marathon is 26.2 miles, 42 kilometers, and it can range anywhere from 2 hours all the way up to 8 hours, depending on your fitness level. So the race that I'm going to run is the Gold Coast Marathon, and it is on the 1st of July in 2018, which means I have 12 weeks to prepare for something that I have never done before in my entire life. Now, granted, I have run half marathons before, and I have run 10Ks and I've run 5Ks, and I've done very, very long efforts on a bike as well, so endurance exercise is very familiar to me. That being said, all of the endurance exercise that I've done has mostly been in a carbohydrate fueled state, right? Now, the idea behind this marathon and why I want to do this marathon is because I want to showcase to you that running a marathon doesn't have to be in a carbohydrate loaded state. What happens when your body is in a carbohydrate depleted state, you start using fat as your fuel. Now, fat is far superior to carbohydrates because it is a slow burning energy, and it is something that your body already holds on you. You have so much fat on your body that your body can use as fuel. The problem is that we've spent so long burning carbohydrates, eating carbohydrates, that our body has forgotten how to use fat, right? So I have so much fuel on my body already. Endurance exercise, it only makes sense to use fat as endurance fuel, right? So a marathon is an endurance race. Why wouldn't I be using the fat on my body as fuel for a marathon? So this entire training period and the race is going to be run in a low carb, high fat state, and I'm going to be using no sugar, no gels, no sports drinks. That I'm going to be running a marathon purely on fat. So why am I running a marathon? Well, you know, there's a few reasons. The first reason is regret. I don't want to get to the end of my life and say, I've run a half marathon, I've run a 10K, I've run a 5K, I've done all these. I don't want to get to the end of my life and say, why didn't you just do the marathon? It's like the pinnacle of running races. It's one of those races where you're like, okay, you ran a marathon, you're insane. I'm going to be running a marathon, and I'm going to be showing you along the way how to do endurance exercise that is fueled by fat. I'm going to be sharing with you every single step of the way on the training, the nutrition, and all of the tips and tricks that I would give to any one of you who is also thinking about doing a marathon or any type of endurance activity fueled by fat. A lot of success that comes in life comes from doing a lot of hard work. And what I think, you know, a lot of athletes in general have is they have this innate ability to succeed even though the times get really tough. And success doesn't necessarily come in winning races. It doesn't necessarily come in pursuing something that you fail at. Success means that you got out there, you gave it 100%, and you had the persistence, and you had the determination, and you had the grit to go ahead and get up every morning for training. You had the enormous amount of pressure that you can feel when doing these types of things, and you pushed through that and you got there. Doing a marathon is training for everything in life. Doing a hard endurance event is mainly mental. Your body can do a lot, right? And what happens is that your mind starts to cramp the abilities of what your body can actually do. And a marathon is 100% a mental game, because you will get tired, you will get stressed, you will be fatigued. I've only experienced this by doing a half marathon, but I've felt every single one of those things throughout that race. And it doesn't matter how long you're running. The last 10% of any run is going to be tough and it is going to break you. It is going to push you into something that is very memorable in your life. So the reason why I want to run a marathon is because I want to learn all of this success that comes along with being persistent, having grit and determination to push through and 100% commit to an event like this. You learn so much from doing everything that is involved in marathon training. So why wouldn't I want to do a marathon if it's been on the cards for so long to better help my business as well? So that is one of the reasons I'm doing the marathon as well. I never wanted to do a marathon. This is me saying this with complete honesty. I never ever wanted to do a marathon. It was not on the cards. I've done half marathons. I wanted to get into ultra marathons and I was like, well, marathons out of the way. Because what happens is when you run a half marathon, everyone says, oh, what time did you get? It's not like, oh, okay, yeah, that's amazing. You ran a half marathon. Congratulations. It's like, what time did you get? I assume it's the same thing with a full marathon. But when you go and you do a 50K or 100K or an ultra marathon, they just say, wow, you did an ultra marathon. It's not like, oh, what time did you get? And the reason why I want to do a marathon and the reason why I don't care about the time is exactly this. I don't want to be focused on getting a really fast time because I feel like that inhibits your ability to train effectively for a marathon. When you're going out there and you're doing long runs, you have to slow down. And that is something that I am not very good at. I will always push 100% of the pace. And so a marathon is one of those races where you have to take it steady. You have to go out of the gate slow to end up finishing the race. And that is the same with an ultra marathon. That is the same with running a business. That is the same with getting a degree at uni. You have to think about everything as a marathon to succeed, because it is not the failures that pulled you down. It is how you get back up, and it is how you train for these type of events that gets you there in the end. I also want to be showcasing the nutrition side of the entire way from today right up until when I run the marathon, because I feel like there is this huge stigma around the marathon and around long endurance events, is that you need to be carbohydrate loading, right? And you need to have all of this sugar in your body. You need to be taking sugar every 45 to an hour. You need to be doing that all the time, every single hour throughout the race. I potentially could be out there for 4 to 5 hours, right? And that's like, 5 big packets of sugar in my body. No thanks. I'm going to be doing this using a low carbohydrate, high fat diet, and I'm going to be utilizing the fat on my body to run this event. So if you think you're interested in following and you're wondering how on earth someone is going to run a complete marathon using only a high fat diet, then I suggest you hit subscribe below, because I will be sharing all of the tips, nutrition, training tactics, everything with you. Hit that like button on this video if you think that this is going to be a great idea, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you've already done a marathon. Let me know if you've already done some type of exercise that has been mainly high fat fueled, if it's something that is even possible. I want to give a big shout out to my buddies Dave from Anti-Gravity Gains and Aaron from AD Keto, who are also going to be doing something similar as well. So shout outs to you guys. This is going to be a fantastic year for showcasing the fact that you can run endurance events without carbs. You can do this, and if you're watching along too, you can also do this. So make sure you stay tuned, make sure you watch this video, make sure you watch the videos that are coming up, because there is going to be some really, really awesome tips and tricks and nutrition tactics that are going to help you do a marathon on the high fat diet as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, please hit the subscribe button below, and I will send you all of the nutrition tactics that I will be doing in the upcoming videos. And again, my name is Aaron. This is a fat for weight loss video, and I will see you in the next video.